So there was a moment that was caught in the White House the other day, and the White House released this video. It's Obama talking to a bunch of veterans, and the veterans saying, "We love the Iran deal, and thankfully you don't want to send us into combat first and ask questions later. You want to try for diplomacy first. And we applaud you, Mr. President, for doing that and caring about peace." And President Obama, in that environment, responds kindly and is like, you know what, you're right. These guys on the right, man, they're the real problem. You know, they're hawkish. They want to start wars all over the place. And I'm not like that. I mean, I'm a good liberal Democrat. I care about peace. This is what I'm fighting for. So you're going to see first Obama's conversation yesterday in the White House, talking to the veterans here, where he loves peace. And then right after that, you're going to see President Obama when he was giving his Iran deal speech a few months ago. And look at the direct contradiction.
Right now, if I was taking the advice of some of the members of Congress who holler all the time, we'd be in like 7 wars at the moment. No, I'm not exaggerating. I mean, I can count them. We'd be in military actions in 7 places around the world.
As Commander-in-Chief, I have not shied away from using force when necessary. I have ordered tens of thousands of young Americans into combat. I've sat by their bedside sometimes when they come home. I've ordered military action in 7 countries. There are times when force is necessary.
These fucking Republicans, can you believe them? They want to do military actions in 7 countries. Unbelievable. Hey, you guys remember when we were doing military actions in 7 countries? That I ordered? And that are actually still going on right now? No, that's unreal. That's unreal. Now, here's the thing. Is there... That's a complete contradiction, clearly. But is there some truth in a nuanced view of this? So, in other words, is it correct to say, if the Republicans were in charge, perhaps we'd have ground troops in more countries? Perhaps we'd have a bigger, more comprehensive effort happening in 7 different countries? Yes, that's absolutely true. But doesn't that show something damning about the American political system and the military-industrial complex and how we're functioning today? It shows you that those are your 2 choices. Those are the 2 establishment parties. Either you have the Republicans, who are in favor of every theoretical and conceivable war ever, or you have the Democrats who, I mean, come on, let's not be crazy here and, like, withdraw from everywhere and, like, not be in a war. Let's keep fighting in Iraq, let's keep fighting in Afghanistan, let's keep fighting in Syria, and let's do a drone campaign in Pakistan, Yemen, and Somalia, and maybe some other places. Those are your 2 options. So, it's either military force, but primarily through airstrikes and drones, and very few ground troops in some places, that's the Democrats, or all-out war and invasion and occupation in a variety of different countries, 7 different countries, that's the Republicans. And you can see that view in people like Lindsey Graham or people like John McCain or others. Those are your options. Either continue the empire and keep feeding the military-industrial complex behemoth machine in a way where, you know, we're doing a war, but we won't call it a war, and we're doing airstrikes, but it's just a little bit. That's the Democrats, or the Republicans, where it's like, yeah, let's fucking invade everywhere and start killing people and beef up this war machine even more. I'm so happy Halliburton gave me campaign contributions. Yes, Raytheon, you're the best. Make more bombs. Those are your options. Now can you see why the American people are beyond pissed? And then remember, it's your tax dollars funding this nonsense. Under a Democratic administration, we just bombed a hospital in Afghanistan, a Doctors Without Borders hospital. Over 20 people dead. We're responsible for that. That's our tax dollars funding that. And then, you know, we were just saying how the U.S. and Saudi Arabia, they bombed a wedding in Yemen on September 28th, killed a tremendous number of people. Remember, we're working with them. They're doing the bombing, but we're picking the places on the map and helping them, and we're hands-on involved in this. We're giving them all the weapons. So they bombed it then, and then again today they just bombed another wedding. They just bombed another wedding. Over 50% of the casualties in the Saudi bombing in Yemen, backed by us, are civilians. And then we're like, well, why do they hate us? I don't understand. Now, I get it, guys. Is there a certain percentage of the hatred against America and the West in general that is based on religious fundamentalism? Absolutely. Religious fundamentalism is a scourge wherever the fuck it exists. That's clear. But is a lot of it based on this? A lot of it is based on, yeah, what? We just invaded your country, killed over 200,000 civilians, riled up a sectarian conflict, and then exploited your natural resources. Why are you so mad? I don't understand. That case, by the way, would be Iraq. No, this stuff does breed hatred. It's an empirical fact that 10 years after the war on terror began, there's been a net increase in terrorists. So it's as an abysmal a failure as the drug war. How the idea with the drug war was limit the number of drugs and try to eradicate drug use, eliminate drug use. Seriously, they said that when they first came up with the drug war. What happened today? The drug use has gone up, and the cartels are more powerful than ever. Same thing with the war on terror. Stop terror, limit terror. Well, you just made terrorism increase, and you just made more terrorists exist. So you just failed. You just suck at what you're doing. And what's the answer? Either continue to do soft empire, like the Democrats do, or you go, the balls to the wall style of the far right, where they want to invade everybody, and they say outright, hey, I believe in American exceptionalism, I believe in neoconservatism, and it's basically a fundamentalist religion, and I will dominate you because I have a right to dominate you because our values are better and we're just better people. This is why Americans are mad. We have to stop letting these assholes use our tax dollars for things we don't want them to use it for. Take all that money, bring it back here, put it into education, put it into healthcare, put it into infrastructure, put it into jobs. There's so many things we could do with it to make our country great. But what we're doing is we're just funding war all around the planet, either when we're engaging in it or we're funding our allies to do it, and then we wonder why everybody hates us.